Hey guys, it's episode 84 of Revisiting Sunnydale with Camila and Marcella. I'm Camila.
I'm Marcella.
What should we do for our 100th episode?
Oh, I don't know.
We're fast approaching.
Yeah.
Fast approaching.
Fast approaching.
We got to plan something.
It's got to be a live one.
Yeah, I think we have to try to do some sort of live one and a live podcast. We'll figure it out. If anybody has any ideas or connections in Pittsburgh and they won't have a place or space that they want us to do it in, or if you think that you're actually going to show up, let us know.
Yeah.
You can, find us on Facebook at Revisiting Sunnydale, or you can find us on Twitter at Back to Sunnydale. Also, while you're looking for us on the interwebs, please rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes, Libsyn, iHeartRadio, and or Player FM. Mm-hmm. That way, you subscribe to it on all of those, or any of those platforms, and then we're right there in your queue, just waiting for you.
Yep.
When you're ready to pick up.
And don't forget, if you enable iHeartRadio on your Alexa-enabled device, you can just tell Alexa to play Revisiting Sunnydale, and she will play the latest episode.
Marcella's so jazzed about this.
I'm so jazzed. It's so special. I'm going to put an Echo Dot in each room of my house just so I can say it.
All right, so, give us ideas or confirm that you will gladly come see us, because I think our 100th episode ties in with The Gift.
Which is Buffy's 100th episode.
Yep. Weird how that works out. Mm-hmm. Even though, especially since it is really weird how that works out because
it is because we put in a couple other,
just like randos that weren't in the time. Okay, sure.
Math. I don't
know. Math. Whatever. Okay.
It'll probably, we'll make it happen. Whether or not the math works, it's going to be.
It's going to be the gift.
It's going to be the gift.
All right. Where are they now? Who are we talking about this week?
This week we're talking about our guest star, Amy Adams.
All right.
So Amy, she was the queen of the guest star earlier in her career. She was on Buffy in this very episode. Mm-hmm. She did an episode of Charmed where she was a very unlucky woman.
Really?
Yes. She had bad luck the entire episode, and she had her luck transferred to Prue. Kind of a weird episode, but it was good.
One of those.
I think it might have been called Lucky Charm. And then she was also on an episode of Smallville, which was disgusting. She was a fat sucker.
Ew.
She was in a fat suit in the beginning of the episode, and then she got some kryptonite in her and lost a bunch of weight thinner style, like Stephen King thinner style.
Ew.
Rapidly lost weight, but then had to kill people to maintain that because she was always hungry. So she had to suck your fat. It was really gross.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys have heard of somebody, a little lady named Amy Adams.
Yeah.
She seems to have, she did all right.
Oh, she did all right for herself. So after she was nominated for an Oscar in Doubt, which I don't remember if she won or not. I don't think she did. I think she just was nominated.
Was Doubt the movie with Philip Seymour Hoffman and Meryl Streep?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she has also covered almost every genre you can think of. She was in Enchanted, the Disney movie Enchanted. She was a princess that was brought.
Does he know?
Yes. With the wonderful Patrick
Dempsey?
Yep.
Ah, yes.
He was the dad.
Aw.
And then she was in a superhero genre as well, in Batman vs. Superman, and she also showed up in the sequels as the worst Lois Lane. We won't. No.
I mean,
Kate Boswell was worse.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, second worst Lois Lane.
Whew.
And then she's also done dramas, American Hustle.
I really liked her in American Hustle.
I haven't seen it.
I thought it was really good. It's a long movie, but
wonderful costuming and hair. Wonderful, but she didn't get paid as much as her male co-stars. That's all I'll ever remember about that movie. And then she's also been in what I consider to be one of the most boring movies I've ever seen.
I hated that movie.
It's so boring.
Slow burn to nothing.
To nothing.
Slow burn only to find out, hey, nothing's on fire.
No, I don't care. I don't care. Why did I watch this? If you don't know what we're talking about The Arrival.
Ugh.
The Arrival, and then the disappearance.
The fuck?
What? Why?
Why did I watch this?
Why?
What was the point?
Why did I pay for it?
Right.
I own
exactly.
it. Because everyone was telling me it was so good, and it was like $9.99 in the iTunes store. Why can't I sell it? You know how with Audible, even if you have owned that book for 2 years, and you're like, you know what, I don't like this.
You can return it.
For a full credit.
Full ass credit. But no.
No,
you own that bitch forever.
Yeah.
Well, at least At the very least, that's all it was. Is $10 to own it. And you didn't have to pay like the $20 that
True.
you drop at the movie theater.
True.
That's what I always tell myself when shit like that happens.
It's so bad. With such high caliber actors.
Yeah,
No.
such a shame.
And actually, it's got a Buffy and an Angel. Because
Who else
Jeremy
is in it?
Renner's in it.
Oh, that's right.
And Jeremy Renner was in an episode of Angel.
Yes, it was. So, yeah. I always wonder when things like that happen, like when actors, like, do they ever like, hey, remember the time you were on the...
Yeah.
You ever talk to Joss?
Yeah. But she's also made her way back to TV recently with the HBO hit series Sharp Objects, which I have yet to watch.
You haven't watched it? Mm-mm. It's also a slow burn. It really could have just been, like, it was good, but it could have been a movie.
Oh,
it could have
okay.
been 2 hours. It didn't need to be...
You're no
this-
Big Little Lies.
Yeah, it didn't need to be this 8-episode business. Like, I read the book and I really liked the book, but luckily, I had forgotten what the twist was by the time like I come back to watch the TV show. So it was still like, but still, it didn't need to be a limited series. There will be a couple episodes you're just like,
I kind of felt that way with Big Little Lies at some point in the middle. I was like, really? Can we just get to it already? Well, she also has 2 upcoming projects. The Woman in the Window with Gary Oldman. And it's about an agoraphobic woman that witnesses a crime. Sounds like Rear Window to me.
yeah, sounds about right. But
She's
I'm
not
in for it.
paralyzed. She's just agoraphobic.
Okay, I will watch that, especially with Gary Oldman.
Yeah. And then Vice.
Hopefully he's the one that does the crime.
I hope so, too. In Vice, she's going to play Lynn Cheney to Christian Bale's Dick Cheney.
Nope.
Yep, those Cheneys. We're talking about those Cheneys.
Nope, don't care. I will
You've
not
seen
see
a
that.
picture of Dick Cheney, right?
Yep.
You've seen what Christian Bale looks like. We're in for some bad prosthetics and aging. No,
Why?
no.
Why?
Please
Like,
tell
is
me
this-
they're going to bring up the fact that he shot that man while they were hunting.
Or maybe this is like the early years, like before. No,
Don't
it's
care.
called. Yeah, I'll never see it. I don't know. Doesn't
Don't
matter.
care. All I have
matter.
to say is I enjoy Amy.
I do too.
I enjoy her.
Even though I sometimes get her confused with Isla Fisher.
Yes.
It usually takes
Well,
me
because
a
they
minute.
make the same movies.
right,
There was that Leap Year movie she was in.
right.
And then Isla did some movie
Yeah,
that was very
So
similar to it.
Yeah,
The Shopaholic one or something. But they look like the same exact movie poster.
right. But
Redheads.
yes, yeah.
Gingers that can act.
And also, what I didn't realize is that Amy is really close to our age. I think she's like 41.
I think she's the same age.
Yeah, which I was shocked to
Yeah.
find out. And also like, hey, that makes me feel okay about things going on.
Yeah. Yeah. She's doing good.
She's doing good,
She's
yes.
doing good things.
So that's where Amy Adams is.
Yep.
She's come a long way, like a very long way. So last week, last week we sent out a call, or a couple weeks ago, we sent out a call for folks to call us, or just get in touch with us with some comments or whatnot about the show or
Yeah.
whatever, and then we'll put you in a raffle and you can win some swag.
Yep.
Last episode was Maureen was our big fat winner. Mm-hmm. Not saying that you're fat. Fat as in PHAT. And this week it's not a call, but it was a comment from listener Jody Jane in Pittsburgh.
Woo.
And
Hometown.
Hey Jody. Hey girl, hey. And so her comment was that this is while she's listening to your School Hard podcast. The reason I got into Doctor Who was because I opened a newspaper and saw a pic of James Marsters making out with John Barrowman, and I was like, I must get a piece of this. This is all in caps. I must get a piece of this, and thus watched all of Doctor Who and then Torchwood. Mm-hmm. So I just, I thought that was pretty funny because one, I still haven't watched Torchwood.
No, but I've shown you that
Yes,
scene.
exactly. Marcella has shown me the scene, and that's almost what I was thinking in my mind. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
should probably check this out, but I haven't gotten there yet. But yeah, I see what you're. We know what you're talking about, Jody.
Oh, yeah.
we get it. We
Yeah.
totally get it.
Captain John Hart. I'm here for him.
So Jody, get in touch with us. Let us know where we can send your swag, and
Yep.
if anybody else out there you want to get in on this fun, you can also either send us a direct message or comment on our Facebook page, or you can call us at 412-385-7250. And you can also, let us know your deepest, darkest, lusty secrets about James Marsters and others who may or may not be in contact with the Whedon universe. I mean, that's not exactly what this whole thing. Like, this is starting to spin out a little bit. We're not exactly asking for like your fanfic,
Right? Oh yeah, no.
Even though
Well,
that's cool.
I mean,
that's cool too.
yeah.
But we just want we want you guys to like send us comments about
Right.
just general stuff, or give us a call and leave us a message
All I
about
could
our
think
show.
about was shock me.
That deviant page.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about Family. Season 5, episode 6. Original air date November 7th, 2000. And oddly enough,
Here's where my first problem comes in with this episode.
this episode was written and directed by Joss Whedon.
Huh? Nuh-uh.
Tara's family, the McClays, make a surprise visit to Sunnydale, and she does not seem eager to see them. She casts a spell on her friends to prevent them from seeing demons, inadvertently putting them in danger when Glory sends a group of Leyak demons after Buffy at the same time.
This isn't a. This is just a. Let me just tell you what this episode's about. Okay, all done.
All done. That was it. You don't need to watch it.
Bye.
What?
We just ended right there. That would be so funny. No, but this. I mean, I was telling Camila before we started that I have several issues, and that's my first one.
That was
normally
written and directed by Joss Whedon.
They're the best episodes ever.
Right. I was very surprised to see that. I thought it would have to be a typo because
Yeah.
I got that off like the wiki or something. I was like,
No. Yeah. Yeah.
why?
It's like when I saw First Daughter, directed
Right.
by Forrest
Whitaker. Who?
What?
What Forrest Whitaker? Not that one.
No. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He wrote this.
I don't understand why.
Because here's my theory. You ready? Because I was thinking in the over arc of this season, where does this even fit in? Why do we care about this at all? I mean, I know my Tara lovers out there.
Yes, I get it,
Well,
guys.
It's growth for. I no.
It's really
We've got more
not.
important shit to deal with right now.
Yeah.
Joyce is. Dawn is. And you're gonna
Even
waste
Spike.
60 minutes.
This is really not character growth for Tara per se, because this aspect, it didn't need to happen at all.
No.
Because I don't. This doesn't make sense. It was like an added, like, oh yeah, let's give something weird
Right.
about Tara and then take it away.
This is
all in the same thing.
How many episodes are in this season total? This is we thought we had 23, but we had 24.
Let me just write this real quick, guys.
Yeah. I got it. It's fine.
So, our guest stars, Mercedes McNabb as Harmony, Amber Benson as Tara, Emma Caulfield as Anya, Christine Sutherland as Joyce, Claire Kramer as Glory, Charlie Weber as Ben, as we said, Amy Adams as Beth, and Steve Rankin as Mr. McClay. I didn't catch the name of...
The dude that plays her brother,
Yeah.
the neck beard that plays her brother, he's been in other things.
Yeah, I know, and I've seen him and stuff and liked him just as...
I feel like he's been on a
Little.
CSI or something.
Probably, and hated him just the same.
Yep. I don't enjoy him.
So, it starts off with Willow and Tara telling each other like sweet bedtime stories, which is cute.
It is cute.
They're talking about, I think it's Miss Kitty Fantastical.
Miss Kitty Fantastico.
And they're snuggling with her and stuff, and and Tara makes a comment about how she wants to keep up with her magic so she can be useful to the Scoobies. Oh, so she like stays up at night and studies her spells. And Willow's like, "Oh, you're like super essential to the group and to what's going on." No, I get it. I mean, I understand. I'm fine.
Which I like. She's like, I don't need to be.
Right, exactly. I don't need your validation right now. I'm just saying.
Right.
I just, in case something were to come up, I don't need to be at all your meetings because y'all got a lot of meetings that happen, and I don't know if I need to be a part of all of them.
I'm thinking her brother is actually related to her father.
Really?
Steve Rankin is Mr. McClay. Well, Kevin Rankin is Donnie McClay.
Okay. So what is Kevin Rankin? What have we seen in his glories?
He was on Breaking Bad.
Yeah, okay.
He's on Claws.
Yep. I've only seen a few episodes of that.
And he's done a lot. He was in 7 episodes of Breaking Bad. He was in White House Down. He was on Justified.
Yeah, that's where I know him from.
He was in Big
I
Love.
think he was one of the... Oh, yeah! All right, yeah, he's one of those dudes that's just always there but he's never really like
Oh, gross.
memorable.
21 episodes of Friday Night Lights. I bet that's why I don't really care for him.
Oh wow, yeah. I still have to watch that.
Michael B. Jordan shows up in the last couple
Just the last couple of seasons.
seasons.
Okay, so y'all been hyping it up. Everybody who hypes up Friday Night Lights to me act like he's on there first and foremost, like throughout the whole damn thing.
No, I think he's only in the last 2.
Okay, I would have been real pissed had I
Where's
gone.
Yeah, I think he just shows up the last 2.
All
So,
right,
yeah,
so now we've
we'll
solved
find out
that.
about
All right, so Buffy and Giles are having a little chit chat about Buffy's breaking it down to him what the key is, and she tells Giles all. And Giles suggests sending Dawn away to stay with her dad.
Sure. That's the worst idea I've ever heard.
Giles.
Ever.
Giles. Dude. Again, people acting like they're brand new.
Right.
You've been here, bro.
Right.
You know. You
And then
know
we get a
that
piece of
Hank
information.
is a fucking deadbeat.
A worse piece of information. Hank's in Spain
Yeah, with his secretary.
with his secret. Fuck you, Hank.
Fuck you. 1. 2, Buffy called him, told him her mom was sick, and he has yet to return a phone call.
You can't even beep her, page her? What?
Dude is the worst.
The mother of your children is sick and your daughter is calling.
Dude is
Wow.
the worst. Worst.
Worst dad ever.
Oh my god.
Worst dad ever.
Oh my god.
Giles, maybe worse stepdad
For suggesting
Ish.
this bullshit.
for even suggesting it. And he is kind of like,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You right. You right.
I would have loved scenes of Giles just taking care of Joyce,
Feeding her soup, changing her head bandage.
playing the record, bringing the record player over so they could.
Stop.
I would have loved it.
So they decide not to tell anyone else about what's
No.
going on.
And I do like that because she could have kept this to herself for episodes upon episodes.
Yeah, and that would have driven me crazy.
Me too. But she told Giles
Which,
right away.
yeah, makes perfect sense. I'm glad it happened. And she also has a perfectly good explanation as to why they shouldn't tell everyone else because they just act weird around her. True, because that's what they do.
That is exactly what they do.
tell her. You're a very good. You're
You're a very pretty little girl.
You're very well made. And then we take to so now they need to figure out who this being is, and we take to Glory popping out of the wreckage
Because we're picking up the same night. For a second, I was like, how long has she been down there?
but no,
It's the same night.
Yeah, and
Now she's pissed.
she's upset.
Because you got dust in her hair.
She's very upset. This is all about the look. And the gang is helping Buffy move out of her dorm room.
I'm with Anya on this shit.
Absolutely.
I'm 100% in Anya's corner on this. Anya's complaining because they just moved her ass
Just
in there
moved her
like
in.
2 episodes ago.
Right. This wasn't like the dorm room's not that big.
Right.
You haven't acquired that much stuff.
Right.
You really need everybody?
Right.
Everybody? Like Buffy and Riley probably could have knocked this
Yeah.
out by themselves.
It's not this episode that she says strap things on Buffy.
Right. It's isn't it the one
It's the
when they move her
Xander's
out?
moving out of his.
Right.
But I'm having the same feeling here. She is she's a super being.
strength. She
Load
can do
her up.
this- right. She should be able to do this all on her own. Like I shouldn't be having to carry shit boxes up and downstairs
No.
for her.
And Xander and Riley look like they're stressing with that refrigerator. She could have easily just picked it up. Leave the light stuff for your friends.
Right. Be
You
nice.
take the heavy stuff.
Because they're already doing you a solid by helping you.
Which I gotta say, I'm also with Xander. You're giving up this sweet ass corner.
It's an awesome room.
When have you ever
Was she
seen
by
a
herself?
corner suite? It had 2 doors.
Yes.
Yeah. She had the whole
Yeah.
room to herself because Willow and Tara are cohabitating.
But that wasn't the same room as she was.
No,
in
not with her and Willow.
Yeah.
So this year she got a single.
How? How the hell did she pull that off? I guess that word got around. Nobody wanted a room with Buffy.
There's lots of going on in this scene.
Anya's bitching.
Anya's bitching. Giles is being the patriarch, which means he's not doing shit.
Now he's looking through some books. He's doing the absolute least.
Yep.
That can be counted as helping. And Riley and Xander get into a scuffle. Like
They're
a little-
wrestling because Riley called him a bad name. I don't know what he called him. But Xander proclaims that he called him a bad name.
And he's not happy about it.
And Giles tells them to stop before they break something, and Buffy says, before I do.
And they stop.
And they stop.
That's what they respond to.
Yeah. And there's a weird cut to Tara smiling at them
It is weird.
when they're wrestling. It's the most random, let's include her in this scene somehow.
Oh, yeah, Tara's here.
Yeah.
I think it's just supposed to be like, oh, she's admiring the family-like quality. That's a closeness and togetherness.
And it's weird. And it only gets weirder from there.
It does, because then she makes some weird philosophical joke
don't
about
get
your
it.
insect self, and
I always
And
say I'm
everybody-
going to look it up to see if it's supposed to be.
I didn't bother.
I don't know.
No.
So if anybody knows,
Yeah, let us know.
Is it supposed to be funny?
like, I feel like I kind of know, like, I know that I've heard this before. Like, I know that I was in some sort of psychology class or something, and this was presented to me in a learning format, but it was not retained.
No.
I don't get it.
Nope.
Not sure I care that much, but nobody else gets it either.
Nobody else
It's
gets
just
it.
crickets. And she's like,
Just leave. You know, she goes out into the hall. She's so sad.
she just merps her way back in the hall.
She
I'm
does.
Never mind. Guys,
And then she even tells Willow, "Stupid. I'm stupid."
if you studied law, then you would find it funny.
So she's just out in the hall with her box, and Willow's like, "Okay, everybody's gonna be there by 8, right? For what?
Where, for who, and the why? What?
No one listens to Willow. No one cares. They've forgotten that apparently we're throwing a party.
For Tara's
Tara.
birthday, guys.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Totally going to be there. Yep. Already
Yep.
got my gift.
Yep. Okay.
Fuck.
This fucking thing.
Now I got to go to this and gotta go get a gift.
Now we get prepubescent Frank
I hate his hair.
changing his clothes. Still, washboard abs.
Takes his shirt off.
Yep.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
And you're actually like, ooh, is he taking his pants
It's
off?
like,
His
oh,
pants
let's
are
go.
kind of
And then-
baggy.
And then we get interrupted.
By a nasty ass demon with a really long, gross tongue.
This is really fucking up my whole everything.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause you can't juxtapose this like
yeah.
that.
No.
I'm 1 minute, I'm yeah. Next minute,
And here comes Glory. And she snatches him up.
says she has to borrow him for a second. And that's first thought. We're like, huh?
Where'd she come from?
Why is she there?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Well, whatever. Now we're back in the magic box again. And,
Anya's so super stoked to be working.
oh, I love her.
She's pumped.
She's so happy.
I have a question. Does she have a social security number? How
I'd
is
like
she being
to know that
paid?
as well. I think he's just paying her cash, probably.
How does she get her apartment?
I would like to know that as well. Credit cards. She doesn't drive, so she doesn't have a
No.
license.
Things we will never know.
Maybe she fabricated all of that. She had to have, or how did she enroll in school?
Yeah, this just goes right back to that. Mm-hmm. How did she get in this?
How did she get in school? Looking like a 30-year-old.
With no parents to... Okay, fine. All right, I'm over it.
She's the best agent in Hollywood because her age regressed.
Yeah.
Because we first saw her on 90210 as Susan,
Yes.
a college student.
Yes, exactly.
And then she shows up here as a high school student.
I'm like, all right.
Your agent's double timing it. But so much is going on in the magic box, and they're really trying to figure out what's the what with this woman that kicked Buffy's ass.
Right. So they got nothing to really go on. She looks human. She's a fabulous dresser.
Yeah.
And she's super strong. So they really don't have much. They don't know how to look. They don't know where to look. But they also, Buffy and Xander are also having a difficult time trying to figure out what to get for Tara.
I like the part where he's like, it's sitting right in front of us and we're just too blind to see it.
Right.
And they both roll their eyes at him. This is not a group. Is this a family? Is it?
Is it?
Is it?
There's a lot of disrespect
Yeah.
happening around here. Like, I feel like nobody is really into all this. So I do enjoy this little moment where Buffy and Xander, it's like a lot of us have had this where, you know, you have your really close best friend and they pick up a significant other. And that significant other has been around for a while, long enough that you feel like you probably should know them, but you haven't hung out with them really as much. But all you can say is they're really nice.
Really nice. And she even says there's a sweater on sale at Bloomie's, but I think I'd rather me have it.
Right. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. But Giles also makes a good point. It's like, you both are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
You're sitting in a magic box. You want to know what to get a witch for her birthday.
Not a crystal ball. Mine's already wrapped or something.
Yes.
And it's Xander who's like, oh, the only thing I know that she likes is Willow, and sure he has one of those.
Yes. Yes, she
Aw.
does. You guys could also ask
That's
Willow.
so cute. Yeah. But then you'd have to admit that you forgot
Right.
that it was her birthday. So then we cut to, I'm confused. Buffy and Spike are fighting. Why are Buffy and Spike fighting?
I have no
This is
idea.
a weird fight, too.
What happened?
And it's a full-on fight, and why is he not reacting? This is so weird.
And then it's apparent that this is just sexy foreplay fighting.
Yep.
A fantasy, if you will.
There's a very well-timed line.
He's like, come and get it, Slayer. And she's like, I'm coming right now.
Cut to Harmony.
Coming right now.
Yep. And then she's just...
What are you thinking about? Why do people ask this? Why is this put in movies? Like,
Right.
But,
You really don't want to know.
no, you don't.
You
for the
don't
most
wanna
part.
know.
And most of us are like, I'm trying to remember my name. Like,
Right.
if it was any good.
Right.
So, what are you thinking about? He's like, all you, baby.
What am I thinking about? Where did you get those lovely blankets? Did Harmony go out and get those? Because you did
Absolutely.
not have that in your
Oh, yeah.
crypt.
Yeah, she totally brought those with her.
And he just says, just you, baby.
Oh.
No, my little lamb.
My little lamb. You got... That's not the most appropriate nickname as you have this dude's cum running down your leg.
Right.
But okay. That's fine.
And I'm pretty sure if she had known what was going on, she still would have been okay with it.
Oh, yeah. She would have been fine with it.
She would have been fine. Just tell her.
Yeah. Because I think at some point he does. There's some role playing that happens. So we go back to the magic box, and some Yahoo with a flesh beard
God, I hate him so much.
comes along and he starts pawing through Giles's books. And asks
All
him,
these magic books, get your hands. What do you want?
these magic books and stuff, and you, with the witches and the questions.
Ugh.
And,
He's really disgusting.
it's so gross.
And then we quickly find out that, well, I guess, does Tara come in? Tara and Willow come in.
Yes. So he's like poking around, still asking a bunch of ignorant questions, and then Tara and Willow come in, and Tara's like, "Oh shit!" She sees him, and he's like, "Oh hey!" She calls him Donnie. Mm-hmm. It's her brother.
Tara's got people?
Tara's
I kind
got
of just
people.
figured she was popped into creation. I never imagined that she had family, nor did I care.
No, I don't think any of us really needed to know.
No,
where
we didn't
Tara
ask for
actually
this.
Came from.
He gave us this, and that's my second problem. He thrusted the McClay family upon us,
Who we never heard of before,
or again.
and hear from since.
Hopefully they're in jail, or hopefully Beth is getting everything she deserves.
Right. So Beth and her dad, Beth is her cousin,
Beth
they
is her
arrive
cousin.
very shortly. And everything gets super awkward. And Tara's stutter returns.
Very quickly. And everyone else is just like, what? Why?
What is happening?
What's going on?
There's the one point where she says to Donnie, how did you find, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Huh.
How did you find me?
Right. Which right away I'm like, does this have something to do with the weird spell she did back in season 4 when she didn't want anyone to know where demons were?
What? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Ah.
So way back in
Yeah,
season
that's right.
4, she ruined a spell
That's right.
that a locator spell that Willow was doing to locate demons.
Right. So was that supposed to be something bigger?
It was I'm thinking it was part of this plan.
Right, but I think was this plan supposed to be
Right.
bigger than just this episode?
I hope so.
And
And it just never
it
worked.
just kind of fizzled out.
People were
because-
like, I'm not feeling Tara.
right,
The message boards. We don't care about Tara. Move on.
right, or just the fact that maybe they got to a point where it would have been really messed up if they do this. They do a same-sex relationship, and they make all these strides on the TV show, and then only to make her be a demon.
Right.
Like, that would be really kind of messed up.
Right.
So maybe it was supposed to be part of a bigger plan, and they just decided against it. And this is what
he
we
does
get.
with it. I kind of, it's kind of smart. It's a Joss twist.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
at the same time,
It's
it's
also
only because
unnecessary.
it's unnecessary. And it's only the spike delivery at the end that actually makes it worth it.
Exactly. It's a lot of build up for that. So yeah. So her family's there. She wonders how they found her. I'm wondering if they didn't know where she was, who's paying for college.
Right?
But okay.
Whatever.
Sure.
So apparently they've double parked their Winnebago or something. I don't know.
We're going to meet up for dinner later.
Yeah.
Of course we came. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I want to leave.
So then we cut to Buffy's house, and she comes in, and Riley's coming down from upstairs, and she's like, "Hi, honey, I'm home." No. "Hi, honey, what the fuck are you doing in my house? Why are you here?
Apparently he's unpacking her shit.
Why? Is that how little he has to do?"
He's no longer even good enough to do research.
He's been babysitting Dawn all afternoon.
That's what he's been doing.
Because where's Joyce?
She's
Hopefully laying down.
I hope she's having a nice nap or something. And you know, yes, he's been putting away all of Buffy's shit.
How do you know where she wants it? I don't like
That's
when
the
people
worst.
unpack my
That's
stuff.
the worst. Yes, exactly. There's no way. The response that Buffy has to that is not the response that I would have.
Nope.
You did what? You put away my stuff, and I'm immediately up the stairs.
Yep.
How
Where?
did you? What did you?
Why is this?
That doesn't go. And when you just, oh, you can't put these with these,
You
and
put
that.
handkerchiefs with underwear? That's
You know, socks get balled up. They don't.
they don't
you
go individual.
You don't. Have you ever seen a shirt folded? Like,
Right.
Dan, to this day, he doesn't know how to fold my clothes. I'm like, nah, dude, just don't. I'm just because he does this thing where he rolls his t-shirts up
I hang
inside
mine.
out.
Oh, why?
How do you know what that is?
Geek shirts get hung up. They get hung up. And if I were crazy, they would be separated by fandom. But I've got too many.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, you know, Buffy's not a lunatic apparently, and she's just like, "Thanks, honey," and gives him smooches and promises to do something kinky later. Dawn comes out, and she's like, "Later, dudes. I'm going to dinner at old girl's house."
No,
and,
you're not. Why?
because you can't, and blah blah blah. It's across the street.
She's
Valid
a bad
point.
influence because she's short. That's all you got? You couldn't come up with something better?
Nothing better. Because Dawn knows that you got beat up by Glory. So all you had to say was, "It's not safe."
It's not safe.
And
But
I don't
instead-
wanna,
She pisses Dawn off. Which, who wants to piss off Dawn? She gets so bitchy when she's pissed off.
screaming.
Which we haven't had to deal with yet.
And she's like, "So glad you're back."
It is so snarky. I do love that. But then she manages to
fair.
piss off Riley, too, because he wants to help. And she's like, "Yeah, no thanks. I'm good." But she does actually say, "Riley, I want you to help." No, you don't. You don't want him to help you.
Well, she's like, well, first off, Riley's like, "Hey, maybe we should call Graham."
Why? Why?
Dude, if you want to call Graham, just call Graham.
Just call Graham. I'm sure he's sitting there with the phone in his hand.
Please call Riley.
It's him.
But he's like, "Maybe we should call Graham." And she's like, "No." And then he gets really offended by that. Like, wait a minute. Just because she doesn't want those dudes involved doesn't mean she doesn't want you
Right.
involved. And then he mumbles every time, "I think I'm getting closer." And then he storms off. Dude.
We're done. I wish she would have just pulled the plug.
At that point,
I don't know why she's hanging on.
just take your panties and go.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out of here.
And now we get this super creepy scene with Tara's dad,
Just hanging out in her dorm room when she's not there. Bro.
like looking at her shit.
Picking up things and...
And he has this very weird conversation with her where he's not really saying anything, but they
saying
know what's
everything.
going on. But
He's like picking up her stuff and is like, "Oh, I suppose you wanted me to find this." You weren't invited.
Yeah, I didn't ask you to come here.
You didn't tell anybody you were coming.
Yeah.
And I
He's
thought
talking about her mom, and
thought you would have gotten this out of your system.
I'm like, is this about being gay? Is he talking about being? Is this about magic or being gay? What's he talking about?
Interesting. You know what? I never made that connection, and that could very well just be a thing about her being gay. Huh. I mean, it's not, but
It's not.
You know, I know that magic is basically a fucking euphemism for
Yeah.
her being gay on this show.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also drugs, which is weird. But okay.
Now we're gonna shift focus and go back to Glory, who's kidnapped that demon.
Oh, that's right. He talks about that there's evil that's in Tara.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen because she's almost 20. She's turning
Right.
20. That's the big thing. All right. So,
How long has Glory been in town?
I am assuming only as long as that monk was.
As long as the spell kicked in,
No.
or because she's got a lot of clothes.
She does. That is a true statement.
Her closet.
Which is also, yeah. So, I don't know how long those monks were there.
I think at some point they mentioned that she's only a couple of weeks old.
Dawn?
Yeah. When she
Yeah,
finds out,
I guess
they
so.
find out that she's only a couple of weeks old.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. So, maybe a couple weeks.
Where'd she get all these? Were those minions out buying her clothes, stealing her clothes at night?
I hope so.
Because her apartment is nice.
Yeah, it's bang. I don't even know where it's supposed to be.
how'd she get money? How'd she get that apartment?
I mean, obviously, she just killed somebody.
And that's all we need was a 5-second shot of a dead person.
Yeah.
That they're not even her clothes.
Yeah.
She killed some lady,
Right.
and that's her shit.
Right. Because why choose that form?
Right.
Or, okay.
But then when we find out later what her whole deal is, she had to have been around since Ben was a child.
Has he? He hasn't been in Sunnydale this whole time, though.
No.
He wasn't born in Sunnydale.
No.
So she has
There's so many
existed-
gaps
Yeah.
in their store, in this whole convoluted.
Right. So she has existed since Ben has existed.
Right. So we think.
Right.
Or we'll find out later.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So many holes.
It is. It's difficult.
So she wants the demon to go kill Buffy because she's done. I'm not dealing with this.
It's too common. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, my God, I was fighting a Slayer. Can you imagine? Can you
Ew.
imagine what people would think?
This gets out, I'm ruined. Find her, kill her. You can eat her. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I don't give a fuck. I just want her gone.
Yeah.
So, this demon agrees to it, and that's what they're off to do. Tara, in the meantime, has decided to put a spell on the Scoobies so they won't see her evil.
But before she does that, she has a very uncomfortable conversation with Willow,
Yeah.
where you kind of see Tara's lady balls for a second.
Just a second.
Not everything's about you and your friends.
Ooh.
Okay.
Finally, a Tara I can get on board with.
Right.
All right.
And she's got a point. My family is in town. Yeah. Well, we got to talk about this lady. No, I got other shit going on.
Right.
I can't with your shit.
Right. I got my own going on, right? My family is
Yeah.
in town. Literally, nothing else can I focus on right
Did
now.
you see the neckbeard? You saw him. I got shit.
That's what I'm dealing with right now. It's like, you're lucky if I don't fucking pick up a drinking habit this weekend.
Right? So her beautiful credit moment comes from this scene.
Yeah.
That they will use,
Forever.
I think, from once she becomes a regular.
Right.
And it's her blowing the spell ingredients. She looks so pretty. Such a pretty shot.
It is.
And she puts a spell on her friends to not be able to see demons. Because she didn't want to be seen.
And she didn't think that all the way through.
Because she honestly believes she's a demon. Her family's told her that she is a demon.
Yeah. But was it specific to her demonness or just,
Well, I think it's all of the women in the family.
No, I mean the spell.
No, I don't think she meant for it. Yes, I think she meant for it to just be her. But she's not so good. She's not as good as Willow.
So this happens.
At the worst possible time,
Yeah, but
when the tongue demons are coming. And they keep doing that.
yeah,
They keep walking into rooms.
we get it. You have a forked
Yeah.
tongue. God,
Gross.
Stop.
How much did you spend on that prosthetic that you just had to highlight it to make it worth
Every
the budget?
time. It wasn't even. It's not even important to their existence.
No. It's not like they spit.
We never had to see
No,
those tongues.
never. The only reason we see it is to understand why they can't close their mouths.
You mouth breathers.
And then we get the most boring scene.
But
Nice callback.
It pinpoints. Wait, are you talking about Spike or are you talking
No.
about Willie's?
I'm talking about Willie's.
Well, it does. It gives us a moment in time though, because this will be important in a few episodes.
But she's back though.
Who is? Wait, who is she again?
Sandy.
She has a scarf.
Sandy was killed by vampire in Doppelgangland
Right.
at the Bronze.
Yes.
By alternate universe Vampire Willow.
Yes. Okay.
That's how she became a vampire.
Okay. All right. Great. So yes, that is a nice callback, but it also gives us something to look back on in a few episodes because Riley is now kicking it at Willie's bar
Yep.
because
Which last season he found abhorrent.
yes, he was upset, like
Yes.
highly incensed.
Yes.
That Buffy was there, that he found Buffy there.
What
All right.
made him go in there? Was he just feeling that low?
He was feeling that low.
I'm gonna go to.
Because I assume that Riley has no friends right now. Because all of his world was the Initiative. They're all gone. He's living in an abandoned storefront.
I wish I could say poor baby. I really do. But I just want him gone. Because he's bumming me out.
He's so depressing.
He's so depressing. And that's sad to see a big, lowery man like that.
So he's sitting there, and old girl rolls up on him and tries to pick him up. She's a vampire. He's like, "Oh, you're not my type. Whatever."
How did he know?
I don't know.
Maybe just because, not everybody in there.
I mean, maybe
As
there's
we
some
saw-
special training that he has.
One thing that they didn't bring over from the movie that I kind of enjoyed from the original Christy Swanson movie was that she got menstrual type cramps every time a vampire was around.
You like that?
I did kind of. It was like a supernatural element to her power. It didn't have to be cramps, but some kind of spidey sense. It was Slayer sense that would trigger her when a vampire was near.
Well,
I wish they would have brought that into the show somehow.
I think
Or at least today I feel that way.
we're just meant to understand that she has this sixth sense.
They never bring it up.
No, but she also is never surprised when one's around either.
No.
Yeah.
But he knew, and I don't understand how he knew.
Maybe she stunk.
Maybe.
Maybe she smelled of
Maybe.
death.
Maybe she rubbed up against him and she was cold.
Yeah. Or maybe she was already there when he got there. I don't know. Whatever. It's Riley.
He turns her down anyway.
Yeah, he's like, no thanks. So, and then we move on to another.
Another uncomfortable scene
Spike is in his crypt fondling the mannequin head
that he picked up at the dump.
that looks like Buffy.
And somehow Harmony doesn't notice any of this, but she's just come back from a shopping spree.
because she's Harmony, she's very self-involved. She ran into somebody, some demon who did something, or somebody who sired somebody, and they said she's got some hot gossip. The word on the street is that so-and-so said so-and-so was commissioned to go and kill Buffy. And Spike's like,
The
"Oh."
concern on his face, the glee, and then concern
Right.
is admirable.
Yes.
You can actually see where this character's going.
Right.
That his slight evil, the evil shift is starting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first he's like, "Hoo, hoo, hoo, that would be great." Oh, God.
Wait. So he rushes off to get a front seat to the show. And I don't know if he's at this point he's absolutely sure what side he's on.
I don't think
as
he
he
is.
leaves. Like, does he want this to happen? Does he not? I don't know. But he's gonna go find out.
But he has to see it.
One way or another, he's gonna figure it out. So as Tara's fleeing the scene of the crime, I assume she runs into Beth, who tries to shame her for not coming back with them. Mm-hmm. And she's like, she's shaming her with things like, you're out here doing God knows what with God knows who, while your father and Donnie have to do for themselves.
Are you married to Donnie? Why are you, go away.
What do you mean? Do for themselves.
I don't like this.
What is her role supposed to be?
What business is it of yours? Where's your dad and cousin?
All I can see is that she's pissed that maybe she's had to pick up the slack whatever Tara's supposed to be doing in their family. And I'm assuming her mom is dead. Yeah.
Her mom is dead.
So, I don't know, but Beth has a lot of nerve. Mm-hmm. And Tara is basically mousing around.
She's like, they won't see. They're not going to see. And she's like, what? You did magic. I'm going to tell your dad. No, that's not what I meant. And she like grabs her up too. No, this is.
And Beth's like, she looks scared for a 2nd like, oh.
So in the magic box, these nasty demons, they're so gross.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the building. The one like
Rolling
walks up
deep.
behind Dawn is like, "Bleh," with his tongue, and they're just walking around. No one sees them.
And I think they're starting to catch it that, they don't see us.
Ooh, well, this is fun. But they also do the nice thing. I don't know why. And they leave them all alone and go into the back where Buffy is. They're there to... Demons, you would think, would kill everybody.
Just whatever, just get it all done. Maybe, yeah.
But no, they walked right past them.
Maybe they just... I don't know.
They weren't being paid to kill.
Right, exactly.
They were only being paid to kill
We only got
her.
one. We only getting money for one.
And in this week's episode of Look How Flexible Sarah Michelle Gellar is...
in her fucking jeans doing this back bend.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck you.
and first off, I was offended. I was like, oh, look at her working out in jeans. Look at her being able to work out in jeans.
Right?
Like, how could you...
Which, didn't you think at one point, though, she might fall?
Yeah.
Like, she started going back, and I was like, ha, she can't do it. Oh, she did it. She did it. So then Buffy's getting her ass kicked by an invisible monster. Mm-hmm. And Spike runs in. He's smiling like, yeah, yeah. Oh.
Then he starts to get it. It's like,
My girl. My baby.
It's
Damn it.
and either... Yeah. So he comes in to help. Basically.
Because he can fight them.
Yeah. He's like, great. All right, cool.
Giles makes Dawn hide under the desk.
It's really cute. No, Giles.
And it would have been a great opportunity to just have Giles get knocked out again. Because he doesn't, does he?
No, I don't think he
should have
does.
gotten knocked out again. He gets knocked around.
He does.
Because once she starts to fight back, they start to attack everyone for
Right.
some reason. I don't know why they waited so long. And Anya never, she's just screaming and yelling. Where is it?
Where is it? What's going on? She just grabbed something.
And Buffy's like, everybody shut up. Because she's a slayer.
This is where she shines.
This is a lesson that I think Giles taught her in season 2, maybe 3. Might have
this
been
is
3.
something like she uses this on Marcy.
Yes,
in, that
in season 1.
Yeah.
And then there's the blindfold scene with the when
Right.
she hits him with the ball.
Yes.
And that's when Terror comes in and realizes, I fucked up.
Yikes.
And I have to ask Hadria to help undo what I've done. And as soon as Buffy can see the demons, she still gets her ass beat a little bit. And then, of course, in the history of bad timing, in comes Mr. McClay. What's happening?
Why?
Why are you still walking towards it?
I don't understand. You heard that commotion from outside.
Right.
I don't know why you came in.
And he gets tripped up. And Buffy pulls an American History X.
Yeah, she totally curbs this demon.
It's real upsetting. It might be the most violent demon death we see on this show.
It is pretty disturbing.
It's ooh.
So this is done. Now the demons are dead and all that. And so Mr. McClay decides to tell the tale.
Tara's freaking the hell out.
Yeah. I'm
so sorry. I'm so sorry. And
Just didn't want
Buffy's
you to
all
see.
like, what do you mean?
What are you talking about? Didn't
God,
want
you're
you to
so
see.
boring. What are you talking about? It's the most exciting thing that's ever happened to you, but what do you mean? And that's when Dad is like, she's a demon.
All the women in our family.
They're demons. Huh?
What?
Oh, you're a demon?
So there was like,
Willow even for a second was like, ew. She like stopped holding her hand. Like looked at her like, what? What do you mean? And Giles realizes that Tara cast a spell on them so that they wouldn't see that she was a demon, but it kind of went awry. And
yeah. And Tara's still like, like really freaking out, and she's like melting down.
I'll go.
It's fine. But everyone's like, but Will's like, hey, do you want to go? And she's like, no.
I don't. Help. Stranger danger.
Yeah. So at this point, everybody starts to stand up for Tara. And
Well, I love that Willow's just like, you know, the dad's all,
this is not your business. It's not your
I know
decision.
that.
It's like, right. I was like, oh, well.
you do still know he's your elder, right? Like, let's not teach kids bad habits. I'm just saying. Like, easy.
So Buffy's like, you know, if you want to take her, you're going to have to go through me. And then Dawn...
Well, at first, she's like, you want her? Go ahead and take her. I'm like,
even
yeah.
Tara's like...
I knew you didn't like me.
It was an insect joke, wasn't it?
And then she cops up to them, but you're going to have to go through me.
Right. And then Dawn is like, me too. And he's like, I'm not going to let a couple little girls bully me. And Buffy's like, yo, she's a hair puller. Which I love.
And Giles.
Oh, Giles.
And you're not just dealing with two little girls.
And then the look on Tara's face of pride and appreciation and love is just the same thing that I'm doing. I was like,
Yep.
oh my God, they're all standing up for her. They didn't even know what to, moments ago, they didn't even know what to get her for her birthday. And now they're all willing to fight some old racist, cockeyed fucking hillbilly to get her to stay.
And her neckbeard brothers, if you don't get in that car, by God, I will beat you down.
Sir,
What?
where did this come from?
This is an escalation. I mean, we were already escalating, but
sir, we didn't need to get up
Right.
here. This is wow. Like,
and of course that's Xander's moment to jump in.
did you really think you could take him though, Xander?
Yeah, really.
Like, this dude has been...
I bet he was hoping somebody would jump in. And so Beth, who's butthurt about all of this,
and she comes in with just like the worst fucking, like, nice, good one, Beth.
Yeah.
Like, I hope you're all happy hanging out with a disgusting demon.
and it's Anya, who's like, excuse me, what kind? What kind of what?
What? Demon?
What kind of demon is she? Because some have proven useful members of society. And the look that she gives Xander, the little... and she's just like, oh, what difference does it make?
Well, it makes a lot of difference.
A lot.
Like a whole lot. And you'd think that's some information that y'all would know if you've been dealing with this for centuries or whatever.
And then it's Spike.
And they're like, well, so it becomes apparent that they can't give you that information. Spike's like, oh.
I see what's going on here.
He's like, well, let's figure this out.
He taps Tara on the shoulder and punches her in the face. I'm pretty sure there was a different way you could have gone about
Yeah,
this.
I don't think you had to punch her right in the nose, dude.
Right.
We probably could have just punched her in the shoulder.
Probably
Like,
could have just smacked her.
yeah, but no, he's
Full
like,
on punch.
yeah.
He reached into it
Yeah,
too.
he really got in there. And she feels it, and so does he.
Yes. And Willow's like, hey. She's not a demon.
They all get it.
Yeah. The dad's just like, what? Why? That only works on humans.
Yep.
And so Spike explains,
It's like, oh. He's like, little something to keep the ladies in line.
I like you. I love it so much. He actually enjoys what they've been doing. So what they've been doing is keeping the women in their family in check, making them slaves, basically, by telling them they're demons.
I don't understand. What was the point of even allowing her to go to college?
I don't... bad writing.
This episode wasn't supposed to happen.
No, it wasn't. So then you came to town to take her back, and then you're just going to say, magic, and leave?
That's it. Huh.
And then I love the look on Tara's face when Beth is just like, I hope you're happy. Oh, I am.
I'm ecstatic.
If I could do a cartwheel, I would do a standing backflip right now.
Girl, you don't know how happy I am right now. Please. And he's like, I'm not going to, or what? And I just assumed the checks to UC Sunnydale stopped coming or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
And she just go. Just go, Dad.
Bye. Bye.
And then we get a scene I I actually like it's adorable. The party at the Bronze.
It's cute.
I don't know how. I mean, I know how Dawn got in because that's how they got in.
Right. Right. Exactly.
She complains about
Or the stamp on her hand.
yeah. Like you guys were there every
Right. Right. So I just love how the Bronze grows up with them.
Yes, because now they
first-
serve booze.
Yeah. Because before it was a coffee shop. It was just for like high school kids. And then it was an underage club. And now it's, now that they're all 21, they can drink. And it serves booze. All right, fine. So the party it's very cute. There's a lot of interaction. What's her butt? Dawn gets her broom.
Running around.
She's like a toddler at this
She's
point.
so excited
Dawn.
because she's out. Bring it down. Act like you've been out in public before. You look cute in your little dress. But
Right.
Act like you've been out in public before.
Come on now. Come on. And there's a cute... Or Tara's trying to explain the joke to Anya.
For a long time.
And Anya's like, I get it. It's just still not funny.
This is that's a decent burn on it in its
Right.
on its own. It's rude, but I like it.
Yeah.
And then there's another cute moment where Xander makes some comment about the wristband or the stamp that Dawn has.
Yeah, so you don't booze it up. She's like, it's like, only losers drink alcohol. They're all put
Every single person had a cup. Everyone. But Buffy's not 21 yet, I don't think.
No.
And I don't think
pretty
Xander- Riley
Xander
is.
might be.
Riley could be.
Riley could be.
Riley
Giles,
probably
obviously,
is.
yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Buffy, no. I don't think she's 21 because Tara just turned 20.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure Willow is not 21 as well.
Right. Holes. Bad writing.
But what I do really like about this little scene too, and it's really cute, and it's also just a nice, I guess this is also a nice moral of the story, is that, Willow interrupts Anya and Tara, and, she gets her dance, and they get their little slow dance on, and they're talking, and then, Tara confesses about, I just didn't think that you would want anything to do with me once you knew where I came from, and that's fair assessment. That's fair. Your family's trash. But what I do like is what Willow's like, I think of what you grew up with, and I look at what you are, and that's what makes me proud and what makes me love you more.
Plus, I dated a werewolf.
Yeah. Can't throw stones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you luckily never met, Ira and
Yeah, Sheila.
Sheila.
Because they sure don't care about her.
No.
Can we talk about the floating?
Nobody else notices
Sees that?
or comments
No.
or because I know not everybody is women
Right.
in this party.
Right.
So
And not everybody in Sunnydale is woke.
no.
This should be alarming.
Yeah, there should be a couple of heads turning.
Yeah. To everyone. It's not okay.
But no, everyone's just going about their business.
Okay.
So yeah. And that's the episode that didn't need to ever exist.
Nope. But we actually get a freaking song this week
Yeah.
by Melanie Duane. I Can't Take My Eyes Off You. It's a gorgeous little song playing when Tara and Willow dance and float.
My burn happens when they're all trying to stand up for Tara. And Xander's like, you know what? You're dealing with all of us. And Spike's like, except me. And Xander's like, except Spike.
I don't care what happens.
Spike.
I love it.
I love it. The
I love
honesty.
it.
He's like, except me. I don't care what happens. I don't have a dog.
Why are
in
you
this
still
race.
here?
Just want to see the carnage.
And when did he leave? Like, was he just like, okay,
Well,
all done here?
my job is done here.
There were only demon deaths. The poor 3 demons that were hired to kill Buffy. One was killed by Spike. One got his head crushed by Buffy, and the other got American History X'd.
Like, hard.
Yeah, it was gross.
Ugh.
I don't like it.
That made me uncomfortable.
I don't like it.
Ugh.
Our
Oh.
Bechtel test? I don't even know.
I don't think so.
That's how much I don't like. I guess there were. Well, no.
No, because, like...
Well, maybe No, because the conversations between
Beth and Tara.
Beth and Tara are about her damn dad and brother.
Right. And even at the end, about when Tara and Willow are floating, she's still talking about, like, her dad and her family. So, I don't think
I don't
this
think
one
so.
does. Random trivia.
This one's weird.
Oh.
Amy Adams portrayed the role of Catherine Martoy. Whatever.
Sure.
In Cruel Intentions 2. Don't watch that. Don't. Just
no.
don't.
Which one was Catherine?
Because Sarah played Catherine in the original Cruel Intentions.
So wait a minute. They made a second one.
They did.
They kept the same character.
They did.
And they had a different actress
They
play.
did.
Okay. Sure. Oh, man. Yikes. So, why? What was even the point?
Money.
I guess.
Bad writing.
Just like, I guess, when they tried to make... Did that show never...
Never happened.
Yep.
Never made it.
Yep.
Didn't get picked up.
Nope.
I'm glad.
It was unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Gross.
So yeah, I'm going to say that was the moral of the story, is that, also, the whole, family isn't always blood, but just the fact that even if you come from this bigoted or disgraceful or just a family that does not work for you or does not accept you, then you can still live your life outside of that and be productive and have a happy and positive life and
Find your own family.
Exactly. And you can become the better for it. And it means something as well too, when you have to do things like fight fight for believing in who you are and living your life.
Find your tribe.
Find your tribe.
Because it's out there.
Yep. Sometimes it takes a little while, but
It does.
you get there.
There's a new Diet Coke commercial that plays in the theaters with the girl from Community
Yeah.
about...
Jillian something.
Yeah,
She's from Pittsburgh.
she is. And it's all about doing you. Just do you.
Yes.
Do whatever it is, just do you. And I'm always like, you know what? I agree with that. Within reason.
Yeah.
You're a goat fucker.
Don't do you.
Don't do you.
If you like to play with fire, don't.
No.
Nope.
No. Don't do you.
There are a lot of things. Do you within reason.
Within reason.
Within safety. Within
There's that old, what was that rap song that you can have whatever you like within reason? Is the song that Raven and I always sing to each other when we're on vacation. Like, you can have whatever you like within reason. Don't go.
No, I can't get you a unicorn.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right.
Literally.
Don't be a unicorn slayer. So do you.
Do you within reason.
Within reason. Still have your head on your shoulders.
Be smart about it.
Yes.
Be real smart.
Now, we cannot warn you enough about
Dude.
what's going to happen in the next episode.
Dude.
I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you fair warning to buckle in for this one. We're about to go get some drinks.
Oh my God.
Because I think we need actual liquor.
Yeah. I was thinking about that.
It's,
Next week is Fool for Love.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it
So
is.
hang on to your butts, kids, because this is going to get...
Whew, whew.
This is probably my most watched episode of Buffy.
We
At
need
least
the
top
church
5.
fan.
Yes.
Where's the church fan? I need... This is top 5.
Yeah,
For
this is-
everything about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything about it.
You got real serious. Real quick.
Because there's quips.
There's like moments. There's tongue. There's
Flashbacks, which I normally don't like flashbacks. Oh, I do
These
in
are
this one.
totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
All right, guys. So yeah, tune in next week and give us a call with your thoughts and comments at 412-385-7250, or you can send us an MP3 file at revisitingsunnydale@gmail.com. Until then, let's talk to us you can get the show on Twitter at Back to Sunnydale, or you can follow me, Camila, at _Rugged Angel.
Or me, Marcel, at msphere7338.
All right, so yeah, come back next week while we completely objectify everything about
Yeah.
James Marsters.
Yep.
More
God, I wish
than
we could have
usual.
had him as a...
It's
Remember
not a
that
good-
Thirsty episode where they talked to Chris Evans?
Right.
That would have been...
Yeah.
I need to listen to that again because that was a great episode.
All right, guys, we're going to go now.
Bye.